Baddy shadekla, hey. Baddy shadekla, hey. Baddy shadekla, hey. Baddy shadekla. Let me start, y'all. See, y'all, I got Africa on me, y'all. Y'all see that? Y'all see that? Y'all see it?
The plane just land. I'm black.
As black.
I am black.
Takeover continues. Baddies Africa.
What is going on, entertainers? So Tom Capital with another video. We talking Baddies Africa. So the episode starts off with them visiting. It was like a children's like foster's home sort of, and all the girls are there. They get on the bus going to visit the kids. Right? It was like a group home, but for like children. Now, Dolly, y'all know I like me some Dolly, but you was given the same outfit that Cuzzo had on during that episode of Young and Reckless. It was given hood made. What were you wearing? Y'all is going over there to visit some children. You look like you was for to go over there and clean for the principal at nighttime. I don't know about that, Dolly. We're gonna have to hit you with the why would you do that? Because that outfit was very questionable for the task.
Now I know you ain't doing that. I can't believe you did this. That's why I don't tell you nothing. Because why you do that? Why I do what?
Why you do that? Okay, I swear I play favorites, but I had to call you out on that, Dolly. Oh my God. So Natalie is with the two celebrity guests. We have Amber Rose and then also Tommy. Now, Tommy, I'm excited to see. Amber, not so much. Just because of her political views, it's sort of like her being in Africa around these children. It seemed like a whole contradiction in itself. I'm sorry. Am I the only one? Like, you shouldn't even have the goal to even come out of your mouth with nothing. Najee. I'm sorry. It's just like, plus I watched College Hill and it's as if she was not proud to be black or partially black. It's as if she wanted to stay far away from that as possible. I don't know. Just Amber Rose to me, she's like a bad chameleon. Like she changes like stripes and colors, and it's like I don't know. I feel like she doesn't know who she is. Sorry. That's like me coming on here one day and say, I'm straight. You know what I'm saying? I don't want no more. Like, it's just, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a fan of Amber. I'm not. I've never been really, even before the political stuff. She just gives me all over the place. But I was very excited to see Tommy. Okay. Tommy is another one. Why would you dress up like that? So it looked like when they was walking through to get to the main like sort of like what you would call like a principal at the location. Tommy was like in big ass clogger heels walking through to get through underneath the clothes, ducking and dodging through the clothes, looking very uncomfortable to talk to the people in Africa. So we end up meeting this guy named Eric, and he's basically like the founder of one of the schools there. And what I did like is the baddies didn't seem standoffish for the most part. Like they were picking up the kids, holding the kids. Like I like to see stuff like that. Like I much rather see stuff like that than them like doing some dumb stuff, dumb outings that end up in a fight. Like it's better for them to put some positive sprinkle in. Because what Zeus and Baddies, I feel like fail to understand is that Bad Girls Club was not fighting 24/7. They sprinkled in some positive stuff in between. They sprinkled in girls with relationship issues. They sprinkled in girls with family issues back home. They sprinkled in girls with relationships within the house. They sprinkled in everything, and then we get some fighting, in a little bit of it. So it's like they all came together, and it's like that's what makes these shows great. So it's good to see at least some positivity in that. The kids all have their faces blurred out, which I'm glad Zeus did do that because they're not being exploited. So there's that. Natalie was picking the kids up. Amber was picking the kids up. Tommy was picking the kids up. Like they were all just having one-on-one time with the kids that were there. On the other side, we see like the OGs and stuff with Dolly and them. Like the kids started dancing. They started doing it. Let me tell you something. When it comes to Africans and their way of dancing, the way that they move cannot beat any American dancing. I'm telling you, like they just are so good at what they do. I remember when Beyonce did We Run the World, and literally the dancers that she literally had to fly them in and have them teach her how to do the choreography because it had to be in that certain way. So it's like any dancer to me that is what I feel like non-American, their level of dancing and their way of dancing is always like it's on another level. So we see on one scene, Choco and some of the new G's were all around these group of kids, like on the floor. And Choco just starts. Choco has a knack for music, child. She started singing the whole song. All the kids started singing along. She like, "Daddy, Daddy, give it back." That was so cute. She picked up the kid that was crying. All the kids started singing along. She sang a song. They sang it back. Like those were some really nice scenes to see. Okay, so then they start passing out like book bags and stuff with I guess school supplies and just probably like essentials that the kids may need all around. And you could see like this is why like you really should be grateful for what you have, because just that little bit of thing, you would have thought they were giving away money in them bags. Like them kids were like scrounging, grabbing for it. Like they needed that book bag with the stuff in there. Now, Summer did get very emotional. She started to cry because she felt as if these are some of the same humble beginnings that she came from. She thinks that it reminds her a lot of it. So for that, she starts to get emotional because she's come like so far. Okay, so that was nice to see because we don't really see Summer in the soft side of Summer. We usually see Summer squabbling or talking. So to see her being so soft and vulnerable, it was a nice sight to see. Okay, I will say that. The young girl, when it was her birthday, that girl looks so young. Like, them African jeans are everything. I thought that girl was gonna be like, when they asked her how old she was, she said, "Oh, I'm 19." I thought she was gonna be like, "Oh, I'm 15." That girl looked so young. It wasn't even funny. Now they end up giving them money at the end. They were so grateful for her. You could see the appreciation in the lady's eyes. Once Rolly handed off the money, like she was just so like internally grateful for that. Of course, Natalie's group, they gave out money as well. Like it was so smart that they separated it, because if they had gone to an argument at that damn orphanage, they all would have deserved to get canceled. Because that's some fucked up shit. With all them kids there that barely have enough, to manage, and y'all fighting in these people orphanage. So that was an amazing idea for Natalie to split them, because that really would have pissed me off. Okay. So shout out to Zeus and Baddies for airing a scene like this, because it is needed. So it's the next day and these bitches have learned nothing. They're back to the drama. Okay. Now we see the pretty three, Kokilla, Fauna, and K Rican are all sitting down. Freaking Rolly comes with Scotty and they start talking about what happened the day before with the poop of it all. Rolly starts jokingly blaming Scotty because Scotty brought the horse over to start pooping everywhere, which I'm like, I wouldn't even put it past Scotty to go over there and have the horse poop near him just in case she need a little backup. I'm playing. But no, Rolly was just joking with her. And Scotty goes on a tangent how the big three is the reason why all this discourse. Scotty, you should be thanking the big three. Without the big three, there would be no season. Take Summer, Dolly, and Lex out of this season. This season has no substance whatsoever. Don't get me wrong, the substance that we do have is not enjoyable, because who wants to see people throwing manure around, fighting in the grass? But they're giving us at least something to watch, whether I like them, agree with them or not. So you should really be thanking them. You and the pepper. You should really be telling the pepper, oh, thank God for them. Because other than that, the season would have been boring. It's no shade, okay? And Scotty, in the back of her mind, she knows that. So we see on the other side, the big three is there, and then Choco Brown joins, and they're like, oh my God, Choco Brown, y'all is feeling in better spirits. Y'all know the past freaking season, she been sick and under the weather, and she couldn't see and some more ish. But now that she have seen the kids, she said the kids have healed me. Because of the kids, God decided to bless me, and now I can see. Now I can breathe. Now my sinus okay. Now I no longer have to blow my nose. So she feels really, really good because she's now able to, move around and some more stuff, which she looked great too. All right. Now they're starting to talk about, the day before and everything, and they feel as if she really connected with the kids, which I'm surprised. I don't even think she has any kids, but it was given like Mama Choco. So Lex starts saying, I guess the cameras didn't catch it, but the night before, Lex said she heard Dolly. And Dolly was like, man, you ain't on the way, do the lab, puss that hoe. I'll beat you up on the mountain and get you over there. You talking about, bitch, I hear you in the next city next to Joe Bird, bitch. So she heard Dolly screaming. So she hiked it up the mountain. Okay, you going up the mountain where you come, where you going up the mountain where you go. You going up the mountain where you go. She start running. And then she said she saw Fauna and Tavi leaving. Apparently her Dolly was getting into an argument with Fauna and Tavi. So she had to see if her girl were good. Not gonna lie, Fauna, Tavi, this would have been a prime opportunity to jump Dolly. Okay? And really make her injured reserve. That would have been prime time, but I guess they didn't take the opportunity to do so. So Scotty is in another group, and she's talking about how she feels like Lex is hypocritical for what she did because she threw Tavi's wig in the fire. Now that was on accident, Miss Scotland. Okay, I don't remember that being done on purpose, but nonetheless, she did laugh about it. So I guess she does have a point. But Scotty then says in the same scene, boom, there goes your wig. Now you have a storyline. Now, this is why it then further confused me as to why Scotty was so, skittish when Lex wanted the fade. I don't think she had to fight her in the pool. I would say that. Like, Scotty should have gotten out the pool and say, let's get an even head up. Now, fighting in the pool, though, I don't agree with, which we're going to get to, because that could have ended really bad. So Rolly finds out that Tommy is on the way. I love a good Tommy appearance because we all know we're gonna get a good key, we're gonna get a good laugh. So Tommy's on the way, and Rolly wants to get her lick back, and she feels as if Tommy may bring, artillery, as we'll say. You know what I'm saying? A stunt. So she feels as if Tommy needs to worry about the stunt that she got for her since she out here bringing stunts. Okay. Now, apparently Tommy brought some like fake weapon or something of a weapon, but they ended up taking away from her. But Tommy, you should have brought a machete. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to up the score every season. Like, she just so funny. Like, let me tell you something. There was a blog that posted a video of Tommy fighting Rolly in slow motion. When I tell you, I watched that video over and over and laughed because the way I'm sorry. The way that Tommy fights Rolly this time around in Africa has me screaming. Tommy's like, you would have thought Tommy is fucking playing double dutch. That bitch said, somebody in the comments was like, all Tommy gotta do is run and just run out of Rolly's way because Rolly falls in when she fights. And I thought about that because I rewatched it, and all Tommy had to do was like act like she about to fight her and just go boop. And then Rolly would have said boop and would have went right to the floor. Like, oh man, that video, y'all, is hilarious. Please go find that video. I think it was like on like Real Baddie Talk or something like that. One of the vlogs. So it's the next day, y'all, and Africa is beautiful. They out there by the pool, but of course with the baddies, them bitches gonna have to squabble and ruin the day. So Diamond asks Tavi, what's wrong? Like, what's up with you and Lex to Tavi? And Tavi's like, yo, it's my birthday. You feel me? I'm turning 50 years old. You feel me? And it's that bitch Lex, she not finna fight me on my birthday. We're not doing that. I'm finna fight him after my birthday. So after my birthday, I'm finna turn up. Okay? I'm finna turn up for my birthday. And after that, it's up on everybody. I'm swinging left, right, center. Yeah, that's what I'm finna do. Okay? Y'all know how Tavi do. She was just ready. Okay? But Lex had other plans. All right? I will say, Tavi, that wig, it looks good on you. I like that wig on her. Okay, keep that wig on top. That is your color. That is your cut. Now that green on Diamond, I don't think it was appropriate for the orphanage. Okay, they shade Diamond. They probably thought that was the good old Grinch coming to give them a good visit. Bitch, they thought it was Christmas time. But by the pool, it ate. It ate down. It just a wig depends on the scenery. A lot of people don't know that. It just depends on the scenery sometimes. And she ate. So it looks like LCK from Zimbabwe end up joining them. And LCK from Zimbabwe, she looked thick. I said, okay, y'all know she said on my interview, I'm a thick bitch. Okay, I said, oh no, that's right. All right, LC looked good, right? So she's standing there, and Dolly gonna come through. Oh, Elsie, I know you ain't out there chilling with them bitches. I know you ain't out there chilling with them bitches. Elsie's like, She like, oh, you out here having a good time with these hoes. Elsie said, no, it's never a good time. It's never a good time. Now, apparently, y'all know I guess to the tea. They were filming like a scene between her and Tavi. I guess that didn't make the final edit. So there's that. Okay, so that's apparently what was going on around that time frame and stuff. So that's what LCK from Zimbabwe. She ends up snitching. She like, oh, and also I heard Tavi said she need that from you, Lex, after her birthday. So Lex was like, we'll see about that. Okay. Lex, what was up with the again this episode? You stealing from Elsie. I'm sorry. The way Big Lex hopped in the pool and the girls all hopped out and skipped around, it gave scary. I'm sorry. The way that y'all they cleared the pool. You'd have thought Lex took out and whipped her out and just started up in there. I mean, my God, especially you, Scotty. My whole thing is this. Scotty, it was all okay for Scotty to do that all last episode, right? But now when Lex wants to return the energy, she's doing too much. I'm confused. Are we like watching the same show here? All last episode, we saw Scotty talking about the, and the, who is she talking to? Like all of that stuff. So it's like, now Lex wants to reciprocate that energy, but now it's a problem. Now I don't feel like any of them should be fighting the pool. I do not agree with that. I remember on Blue Girls Club, right? There was an episode, this bitch was getting beat in the pool. I'm talking about like the bubbles were whooping her ass and the fist. It was really bad. So I said, I don't agree with them fighting in the pool because it's highly dangerous, especially with them being over the ledge like that. Like Lily Lex could have threw Scotty over the ledge. It would have been over for her. There would have been no Scotty from the South. You know what I'm saying? Should have been 6 feet under the South. So I don't think they should be fighting in the pool, but it's like Scotty to me could have easily got it over with and said, hey, let's get out the pool, dry ourselves up, and let's fade right here and there and let's get it over with. But you hopping around and talking about, don't talk to me, y'all do too much, is to me crazy. This is why I'm not a big fan of the Scotland, because it's like, come on, last episode you were like doing your biggest one. Now it's not it, now you don't want to do it anymore. So Scotland is, kind of drifting away. She going over to the deep side slowly but surely. And all the girls start arguing and stuff. Tavi's just like, yo, I'ma always need that. I'ma always need that from you, Lex. I'm not scared of you. You know I'm not scared of you, and I need that. But I'm not scared of you, yo. But, after my birthday, we can fight. We can do that, right? Next thing you know, DTV starts yelling. She's like, hey, stop. She's telling them to be quiet so she could hear. And then Choco was saying something. She's just like, Diamond, after we fought for the 8th time, I do not want to fight you anymore. We are done, okay? DTV talking about, wait, what? How could you be done on the round that I didn't like them? I'm sorry I laughed. But DTV, you coming across as a bully. And y'all know, I know some of y'all gonna say, oh, how could you say that when Scotty says she don't want to fight? No, the difference is Choco wasn't antagonizing Diamond this last episode and trying to pop it and get on her nerves and get her attention. Scotty was to Lex. So that's why I don't have sympathy for Scotty. But Choco, Diamond, leave that girl alone. That girl don't want no issues with you. She want to enjoy Africa and her motherland. Leave that girl alone. I felt bad when she started flicking the water. She's like, no, stop it, Diamond. Stop it. I'm going to get sick. Stop it. I was like, oh, Diamond, stop. For real. That was some bully ass shit. Come on now. Child, so Lex started to go over there. She started to go over to Scotty, and she started flicking the water at her. They start fighting like in the water and stuff. And she ends up taking Scotty wig. Lex is so happy because she avenged her old wig. She's like, she get out the pool, she throw it over the ledge. By the time they start to fight, security bust their ass so hard. Let me tell y'all something. I hope Zeus gives security the best insurance possible because the amount of times that they have busted their ass on the Baddies franchise is redonkulous. Like, my God, them niggas be falling left, right, and center. Every 2 seconds they go boop, okay? So he bop, he fell right on his back. Next thing you know, Scotty get back in the water, Lex get back in the water, and they're near the edge. This is the part I didn't find funny. One of them really could have went over. Like, that's like fucked up. Like, Zeus really needs to be careful with that. Like, security should have been in the pool with them, pure point blank, because that could have ended up really, really bad. They was too close to the ledge. I saw exactly what DTV was talking about. They started to fight. Scotty hit her with the one good punch. She bop. She pushed damn Lex back in the damn pool. They still trying to get to it and stuff. And that's when security really intervenes and like breaks them up. Diamond was at least attempting to try. Okay. Do I think it was right for them to fight near the ledge? No. Do I think it was right for them to fight? Yes. Because of what happened the previous episode. Child, here come Natalie. Y'all know Natalie gonna have to do her speech. It's the next day. Well, I think it's the same day actually. And Natalie gathers all the girls, okay? And she's just like, oh, it was so nice. You know, Zeus Network donated and all of the baddies donated as well. So I was happy, but then I'm irritated because guess what? One of you baddies are complaining. Marissa, you. So Marissa, I heard, was complaining about her black eye and said that you want to leave, Tavi, you want to leave, DTV, you want to leave, Fauna, every of the other baddies want to leave. And it just made me fucking irritated. Because you want to know why? Rolly and Slim blocked my eye. And guess what? I made millions of dollars. And I still run LA. And I'm like, oh my God. Okay, Natalie. First of all, I don't think you made $1 million off that shirt. Natalie, here's the thing with Natalie. Natalie is going to she's going to exasperate numbers. She's going to exaggerate them. Okay, she probably made like a cool, probably 50K or more, but she gonna say she made $1 million. You gotta learn that from Natalie. Okay, Natalie, the type of girl, she gonna lie her resume and say that like she owned a corporation, even though she was just a baddie CEO. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta do that in life to get places. Okay, I'm gonna start doing that, bitch. I'm gonna say that I own a network, even though I own a YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta manifest and push yourself further. Y'all, we've learned that from that. So she starts going off about that. And basically, to me, Natalie does this tactic to where she points out a girl and kind of gets the other girls on them. And to me, they all could have hopped on her. Okay. Now, Marissa, girl, I don't think you should be mad at your black eye because, bitch, we can't see underneath all that caked up makeup. So why are you bad? You should have just stood there and just, you know, been okay with it. Especially seeing them kids, though. You should appreciate being there a lot more because you probably got paid a good coin just to come out there, fight 1 or 2 times, and relax for the rest of the season. That's not a bad deal. So Tavi is already irritated because she like, wait, she said my name. Did I ever say I want to leave, Marissa? What's up? I ever say I want to leave? Marissa like, no, you never said that. No, yo, speak up for them. Okay? I never want to leave. These is casualties of war. I'm a militant. I ain't leaving. I said, okay. You ain't got to tell us twice, Tavi, baby. We hear you, okay? Tavi was willing to die by it, okay? You know how that bitch said, I go to war for it, okay? I go to war for that. I go to war for it. Bitch, she go to war for baddies. Okay, she go to war for it. And then here comes DTV. Y'all, when I tell y'all this moment had me screaming. And she's like, oh yeah, she said you wanted to leave too, Fauna. You too, DTV. And oh, DTV, I'm not surprised that you leaving. You're always a 4th quarter hoe. You're always leaving before the journey ends. Stupid ass bitch. No, shut up. Let me talk. I said, oh my God. Let me tell you, Levy must have told her ear like, hey, you got to turn it up a little bit. You ain't snapped on the bitch all season, okay? What Shawnee said to Susie, what Shawnee said to Tammy, you ain't slapped up all season, okay? She said, you ain't snap on all season. Even DTB started laughing. She said, clock it. That's why I love DTV, because like she gets it. Because even I laughed. I'm like, oh my God. She said, "You're always a fourth quarter hoe." Who says that? Natalie be talking about baddies like it's football. Girl, please. Baddies timeout and all this extra stuff. So Natalie's just like, make sure you guys want to be here, because guess what? I got 2 replacements. 2! Yeah, come on out. So, Amber introduces herself. She said, she's Cape Verde, and, she's a real African queen. That's questionable. Okay, what Erica said, that's questionable. Very questionable. And then we meet her niece, Latina, which I hope that's not your government name, babe, because for your parents to birth you and say, well, I'm going to name her Latina is crazy. Okay. We done heard a lot of ridiculous names, but that name is crazy. Like, my God. So she comes out and, she says she's a silly Philly bitch that's ready to squabble. Okay. But from the looks of it, it'll look like you were that ready, babes. To fight DTB big ass was not the choice you wanted to go. Natalie, Summer said, bring your best bitch. That was not your best one, okay? That was a silly one. You should have brought your best one. You really should have brought Pressure when you all here doing all that talking. Pressure would have made this lit, okay? Pressure for Baddies 8, 7, whatever season we on, because Pressure would have made it funny. And the thing is, Natalie doesn't understand, and I talked about somebody this off the record. Pressure to me is what could have saved this season, because y'all got to understand, Natalie needed a Chinian. She did not have that this season, and y'all gonna get what I'm talking about by the end of the season. I don't want to spoil it. Catch. So had she casted Pressure, she would have had somebody that would have had her back, because now Pressure don't even like Diamond. Her and Diamond don't get along, and Pressure don't with Tavi Baby. So that's 2 storylines right then and there. That would have been perfect for you to have, to me, because Pressure would have fought on your behalf. She wouldn't have cared to do it, because she would be happy to be there. We all know Pressure has her own mind, don't get me wrong, but it's like she would have easily fought Diamond for you. And that could have been an even squabble, because Pressure is a big bitch, and so is DTB. But you bring this Latina girl, about like 5'2". I mean, my God, that was a bad idea, Natalie. You need to go back to the drawing board with her. Like that. She seems like a nice girl and all, but it's like, So she ends up throwing the liquor at Diamond, because Diamond was like, I don't want to burn. I don't like this pepper. I don't like this pepper. Right? She started ranting about how she don't. It's not like she said she didn't want to be there, but she don't like these people. She don't like the argument and all. DTB has talked about her having like anxiety and being around some of the girls and stuff, so I'm not surprised. And then she ends up throwing the alcohol, Latina does, and ends up running up on DTB. Miserable fail, because DTB ends up parking her and looks like she gets on top of her. Okay, so I don't think that ends up too well. That was pretty much the episode, you guys. Do I think the girls should be complaining about being there? Not really, because a lot of them signed up for it, and so they know what they're getting into. But I do feel like it comes to a point where, especially if you've done it more than once, it gets exhausting mentally, regardless if you know what you're getting yourself into. And I think that's what DTB is going through. And this is why I don't think she should return for another season, because I do think she needs a baddies break. Okay? Let me know what y'all think down below. And we have a...
Wanna dance with a cutie in the pale moonlight, that's my duty. Shit too fresh and fruity, sweet like candy ass.